Hello guys, this is Ashley Severe with Severe RPMS Adjuster Academy and also Claims Adjusters. This is a long overdue video of a walkthrough of my adjuster van that I use on deployment. And after the walkthrough of the video, I'm going to show you also the truck that I use for local claims and the tools that I use while adjusting. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So starting with the front of the van, you can already see that I have the LED rock lights at the bottom and also the LED light bar at the top. This comes very useful when you're on deployment and all the power is gone out in neighborhoods that you're traveling at nighttime. I also have the LED on the side and I have also a LED in the rear. This is what my van looks like at nighttime. Also here, on the back wheels, you see that I have dual wheels in the back. It's a dually suspension system, able to carry a whole lot of weight. Also at the bottom of the van, I have a 48-gallon black waste tank, which takes on water from my shower and my toilet. Typical Class A, Class B unit normally has about 20 or 30 gallon waste tank. This bad boy here has 48 gallons. Can take 48 gallons of waste before I need to empty it out. Also on the outside here, this is where I fill up my fresh water tank. This connect here is connected to a 40-gallon freshwater tank. I made sure the capacity was smaller than my black water tank for a reason. I also have an outside shower if you want to take a shower outside. Not saying that you're going to, but if you wanted to, you can. I'm just saying. You can if you want to. On the rear of the van, there's my rear LED light. Also, here's my 30 amp hookup, short power. On the back of the van, I have two generators that's sitting inside of a welded cage to prevent someone from being able to steal my generators. So the generators I have in the back, I have two generators. One is a 2500 watt Onan. And the second one is a 4500 watt Onan. I typically use these generators when I'm running my 120 volt rooftop air conditioning unit as opposed to a 12 volt unit. The 120 volt has a greater capacity to cool and to heat in winter times. I also use it when I'm cooking with my convection oven or my stove top as well. That way I'm not using my gel battery, my solar battery power. I'm not wasting it on the bigger high voltage usage equipment. Here's what the top of the van looks like. My 120 volt rooftop AC unit up front. My CB antenna. I have a 380 watt solar panel. I have a max airflow vent here right behind the panel. This is my digital television antenna. And this is my gravity airflow vent for my black water tank underneath the van. So it's the vent that vents the tank so the smell is not going inside the cab. So this is what the van looks like standing outside of the van. Let's go ahead and take a look inside. So inside is not, you're not going to find your plush features on the walls and the floor, but it's a fully functional van, does what I need it to do. This van saves me about $3,000 to $5,000 a month per deployment. This is your typical front setup for a Sprinter van. You have your Renogy solar monitor here, battery monitor, and my toggle switches for my water pumps and for my tank leveler, and my rock lights and LED lights. Here's my trusted fire extinguisher. Gotta always have one ready and available. So I once used to use this van as a construction van, and it came with this cage separation with the door. When I took the door off, I kept the cage separation because I like the protective feature it gives you while you're driving. This is where I would normally fasten my ladder. I use a Gorilla ladder. When folded, comes up to about 5 feet tall. When unfolded and extended, gives me about 12 to 16 feet in length for easily to climb a roof. It's my television, of course. Here's my bench. This bench kind of triples in use. This serves me not only as a sitting bench where I can sit 4 people comfortably back here with seat belts. Seat belts you can't see, they're tucked behind the bench. But I also use this bench not only to sleep, but it converts into my bed. And in addition to that, not only converts into a bed, but I could fold this up and have full access to storage underneath, where I store my convection oven that I use for cooking. Man, convection ovens are, probably one of the greatest inventions, man. It does wonders. Also a storage. It's a little gel top for my bed, make it a little bit more comfortable. Tools as well for when I need it on the road. This is an aluminum table when I want to go outside and cook or have dinner outside the van as opposed to being inside the van. This is my little countertop. Not a lot of counter space, but I got this little fold up. This is a little dinner table. All right, or my cooktop where I can put my convection oven or my range top right here and cook food out of it. Got my chop board, got my small little bar sink here for running water. Got my coffee maker. What's the deployment without coffee, right? Got my LED lightings all the way around. Looks like one of my pug lights probably came down. Probably sitting on my counter over there. These panels here, bought them from Home Depot. Again, not your cushion plush layout, but this is very fully functional for me and it gets the job done. This is not a full-size refrigerator, but this is bigger than your mini fridge. Able to hold a lot of meat in there for cooking. Refrigerator here. Able to hold a lot of items inside. On a deployment, I very rarely eat out, whether it be fast food or a restaurant. I cook all my food in my van and I eat in my van. This is my AC unit inside. This has heat and cool. Got my overhead storage space. I keep all my essentials. This is the opposite side. Got some overhead storage space here as well. All the cabinets and woodwork I did myself, nothing fancy, but functional. These are my 2 monitors. This is where I sit and do all my claims. Got my brother's 3-in-1 printer here. This is my closet. This is my closet where I hang all of my clothes, keep my linen and pillow here, and also store canned goods and food as well in here as well as needed. Probably my favorite part of the van here is the shower. But it's a stand-up shower. Check this out. Alright. Look at that. 4 running water shower. It doesn't even feel like you're in a van. Feels like you're taking a shower at home. I have a combination shower pan with my toilet sitting in the shower. And this toilet is not one of those cassette toilets that you got to carry a cassette out to empty. This is a toilet with running water inside. There's a paddle up front that you select to activate the flushing mechanism, and it drops the water down in the black water tank. Probably my favorite feature in the van. I'll tell you, there's nothing like a good shower after a long, hot day working claims. This is my max air fan from the inside. This fan not only pulls hot air out, but it also reverses polarity to bring air inside as well. And it has a sensor that if it's raining outside, it will close automatically all by itself. These are some of my electrical components. The very first box you see here on the right is my carbon monoxide sensor. Because I run generators in close vicinity of my sleeping space, I want to make sure that I'm not being poisoned in my sleep by the fumes coming from the generator. This is my Victron DC to DC charger. It uses the power from my van batteries to charge my gel cell batteries in the back of the van. That's being charged also by my solar panel. So as I drive the car, it's charging my batteries. Here's my solar charger. This is the brains to my solar controls and the solar panel. These are my hot water switch and my water pump switch. Also down below, I have a multi+2 Victron inverter, 3000 watt. I mean, this is the latest inverter that Victron has come out with. This baby is a doozy. This you can control via your phone and monitor the charging and inverting on your phone. This controls the outlets on the inside of the van, refrigerator, computers, everything. And these are my breaker boxes. It's not pretty, but like I said, it's functional. It's very functional and it gets the job done. Flooring is vinyl planks. Ceiling is made out of composite deck boards. I think it's a Trex boards in the ceiling. Cabinets are made out of oak, stained and varnished. Again, it's not fancy, but very functional, and it gets the job done. I'm lacking nothing in my deployments. I think I covered everything inside the van. Oh, I guess I could show you seat belts that I mentioned earlier. Got them tucked back here somewhere. Got about 4 sets. Here's a old grill that I have when I feel like grilling, don't want to use the convection oven. And so I use the van for when I'm at least 3 hours away from home on a deployment, or when I'm doing dailies and local claims and not cat claims, where I have to travel. I'm using my truck here, and I want to show you the tools that I use for adjusting. Let's open up the first drawer. Here's my tool belt. Basically what it looks like. Just want to go through the different items that I have in my tool belt. Got a little extra items here because I also do home inspections. This is my pitch gauge. I normally don't have all these screwdrivers in here, but I also do home inspections. So when I have to open up electrical panels and air conditioning units, I got to make sure I have the right tools to be able to do those home inspections as well. So I keep all my chalk in here. This is the trowel I would use to lift the shingle in order to do a shingle gauge test, or if need be, a brittle test. Over here I have a moisture reader. This is one of the better moisture readers. Is non-evasive. You don't have to penetrate the wall to be able to get the moisture reading. I highly recommend this model. This is one of my digital measuring tapes from a very, very reputable company. This is my second digital tape, also from a very reputable company. What else I got here? Also got my 100 feet measuring tape. Comes in handy when I'm measuring the roof manually. And also my shingle gauge and metal gauge. Also, what I got over here, I got my little ladder helper, gutter protector, got my wheel, measuring wheel, got my ladder lock, open up the second drawer. Got my ITEL kit, which is a necessity for you to be able to test different items that on a job that you have to get a special pricing for. Normally use it on carpet, flooring, wood flooring, siding, and there's also a digital app that you can use for cabinet repairs. This is a little pouch that I use for my high and steep climbs. This is basically a ball and a rope. That's part of my high and steep gear. Would throw the ball over the house and use it to pull your rope back over the home so you can connect your harness to it. Alright, my cougar paws. This is my harness. Alright, this is my harness gear that I connect to my body, my person. And here's the rope that I would use. It's about 300 linear foot of rope that I would use to tie off. I think that covers all the gear that I use. I don't have the ladder here with me. Actually, I have it in the garage. I took it off the truck. But I'm sure everyone knows what a ladder looks like. Don't need to pull it out. And I think that covers all the tools that I use for adjusting. I hope you guys have found this video helpful. And you guys have a great day and be safe out there. Ashley Severe with Severe RPMS Adjuster Academy and Severe RPMs Claims Adjusters. Guys, be safe and see you out in the field someday.